What is up? I'm sorry. What is up? I am now going to look into what is causing all the rust in the passenger side floorboard in the truck. So I'm going to try to find the source of the leak. And like usual, since I will have the door open for a while, I am going to disconnect the negative battery terminal. We can get these out of here. There's already this wire, and I don't know what it is. And this looks like a grommet, and I don't know where it goes. I guess I'll be learning a few things tonight. So it looks like the leak's coming from there. And I think the heater core lives somewhere in here. So I'm going to take that off and see if that sheds any light on the situation. So it looks like I got to remove all these screws. So there's one there and one there. I don't see any others on that side, but there's two more over there. They're 7 M&Ms, so I'm gonna go ahead and remove that and see where I am. Trying to see what else there is holding that. Is that it? Holding this on? What else is over here? Ah, there's one all the way up in here. That's my wife pulling up. I think it's dinner time. It looks like that should come off. Okay, I found what was hanging up. And no matter what I did, I couldn't get the camera on where this last screw is. But use the other part of this plastic as reference. You see my middle finger? My middle finger is touching that screw now. And that is where it is. So I'm gonna come straight down. And it's right up there. I'm not trying to flick you off. So the ratchet wasn't getting it. So I have this flexible 1/4-inch drive extension that can bend like this, and I'm gonna see if I can get it up there. Yeah, this one is a pain. Oh, so I got it on there. So let's see if I can get it out. I'll tell you right now, I don't know if I'm gonna put this one back on. If the rest of it holds up. You were a pain. All right, let's see if it comes down now. I did not see any more screws, so I think that should be it. All right, that did it. So what it was getting hung up on was this stuff here. And I am beginning to think that the heater core may be the issue. So this is inside the cover, and that looks awful. So whatever was leaking on here as well. And look at that. I don't know if that's a leak at the bend or it just ended up there. Yeah, I'm guessing it might be leaking where the heater core connects there. Well, I'm up in the engine bay, and the heater core hoses come through right down there. Those two hose clamps that are below that stud that's sticking off the firewall there. So it looks like it's time to drain the coolant. And this truck needs it, so might as well knock it out. So I'm gonna take the radiator cap off. And that is terrible. I really need to do something about this coolant system. I have drained it once and refilled it with fresh stuff, but I guess I need to do a more thorough job. That is disgusting. Look at how nasty that is. And this is a new radiator. I guess in the last year and a half I put a new radiator in, but I guess it just sat so long and got so bad that it did not matter. So I'm gonna see if I can clean this radiator, but if I can't, I'm gonna have to get a whole nother radiator again. It'll be easier for me to access the little radiator hose from up top. So I'm gonna put the drain pan below it and disconnect that hose clamp that is down there. But I am getting the lower radiator hose off with a pry bar, and it is draining into the pan. All right, I'll get it the rest of the way off and just let it drain. Dadgummit, I'm missing the pan. There we go. All right, it's flowing pretty good now. I am just gonna let it drain. And the water does look kind of rusty. Well, I've committed now. There is no driving the truck for a while. So I'm definitely gonna order a new heater core and probably a new radiator. So after seeing this, I am gonna try and flush the engine as much as I can. So I am going to take off the thermostat and just flush water through there and hopefully catch it from that tube there. And then I may try and do the same thing with the radiator. If I can get it to flush clean, I'll keep it and keep using it, because after all, that's an old 350. They're tough. But if I can't, then I'll order another new radiator. When I'm done flushing it, I'm gonna fill it back up and run it a little bit and see if the coolant solution looks clean. If it does, I'll call it good. But if it doesn't, I'll just keep going deeper and trying to flush the engine. But it runs fine. I just need to sort out this coolant situation. It is a gorgeous day out here, but I need something to catch the water, and I think this tote may be the ticket. So I am removing the screws on the thermostat with the nuts on the thermostat with a 9/16. Oh, come on. So I got the nut off on this side and take these two terminals off. Then there's the actual nut that holds the thermostat housing on. And the other side has that bracket that goes back there. So it looks like I have to remove that as well. So that's what I'm gonna do. I ended up getting an 18 M&M for this one. Oh, it looks like that holds on the tensioner. Oh well. Damn it, and it's turning that one. That is what I had to move to get this bracket out of the way. Do 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 do. Hey mama. I bet this thermostat is all messed up and rusty too. And it is. So that's the thermostat. Watch this. That is kind of nasty. And I think I already have a new thermostat. So yeah, looks like they just put sealant on there. Maybe they had an issue with it leaking. Some silicone gasket maker. Anyway, it doesn't have to seal perfect for what I'm about to do. So I'm just gonna put this back on and start the flush. So I'm gonna disconnect this hose and start the flush. Yeah, look at that. I don't know if you can see in there, but that is nasty. So this is the front of the truck. Have my tote ready, and I have the lower radiator hose right there. So hopefully when I start flowing the water, it'll all get caught in the tote. So I'll be putting the hose in there, and then I'm just gonna let it run. Let's see how much of a mess I make. The spigot's on the side of the house, so I'm gonna run over there, turn it on, and run back. Ah, it's working. I spilled a little bit. That's okay. Look at what it looks like. I'm gonna let it run until it starts to flow kinda clear. That's crazy. Look at that muddy water. This is round 2. It's looking better, but not quite clear. So I'm gonna let it run a little more than last time because we're getting a lot of gunk out of there. Round 3 getting better. So I think this is round 4. Now that is looking a lot better. At this point, I think the water is coming out clear. I think at the beginning of round 4, it was the last of the brown. So I'm gonna empty this and see what it looks like. Okay, finally clear water. So I'm gonna go to stop this and start on the radiator. Although I did not want to do this, it is probably best that I take the radiator out. That way I can take it out into the driveway and flush it really good. I could do it in here, but it is kind of cumbersome, and toting the water totes back and forth is not fun. So I just removed the screw there and the screw there that holds this shroud on, and there are 2 more on this side, along with the ones that are up front. After working on that 300ZX, this thing is a breeze. You can get to everything. Now I'm gonna take off this stuff. All right, that should be it. I should be able to pull this bad boy up. All right, let's go flush it. All right, let's see what's in here. That is nasty. And it stinks. I'm gonna let it run till the water's clear. Flushing the radiator was taking longer than I thought it should. At this point, I was thinking about buying a new radiator, but since I was still waiting on other parts, I decided to give flushing it a chance. I could always pick up a new one later. But I flipped it over, started pushing the coolant the other way, and even more brown water came out. But it's getting a lot better. I'm gonna do that several more times and see if it gets. See, look at that. It's almost clear. I ain't no quitter, but I just kept playing with angles, and I got an angle that I got it to flow dirty again. So I'm just gonna play with it like this until that starts to flow clear. I wonder how much my water bill is gonna be this cycle. Probably could have bought a radiator with the water I've wasted. I mean, it's not really wasted, but you know what I mean. So I kept tilting the radiator and trying different ports to see if I could get more of the gunk to come out of it. So after a lot of trial and error and water, I finally got it to the point where no matter what angle I used, it was pretty much flowing clear. I think that's a good stopping point for now. But the new heater core did arrive, and I picked up a new thermostat gasket and this cooling system cleaner. So hopefully I can use this and I'll be good to go. If you'd like to see how I finished cleaning the coolant system and fixed the leak, hit subscribe. And if you'd like to see all the other things I've done on the K1500, check out my playlist. Thanks for watching. Take care.